Okay, so to solve this problem, the first thing we want to do is we want to graph the set of all feasible solutions, which will be a region. And how you determine the region is to look at the three equations that are given here. Okay, and the first thing I want you to notice is that x and y have to be greater than 0. So if x and y are both greater than 0, that limits our region to the first quadrant. So you're going to notice that in our graph, I've only have axes for the first quadrant below. Okay, now we're going to look at the two lines that are given, and I've rewritten them over here. We have to graph those lines. So the first thing we want to do is find the intercept. So here's our first line, 2x plus y equals 10. When x is 0, substitute that in when you get that y is 10. And when y is 0, if you plug that in to our equation, we get 2x equals 10, or x is 5. So we're going to go ahead and graph that line with those two intercepts, x equals 5 and y equals 10, over into our graph. So you'll see that in a minute. Okay, so there are our intercept, x equals 5 and y equals 10, and now we're going to draw a line using those intercepts. And let's see, let's get that here. Let's grab our line tool. And so there's our line. Okay. Now we have to shade. It's either going to be above this line, our region, or below the line. So we use the test point 0, 0 and substitute it into our original inequality. And our original inequality said that 2x plus y is less than or equal to 10. So substituting 0, 0 into that, we get 0 is less than or equal to 10, which is true. So we're going to shade under our line because that's where the point 0, 0 is. I'm going to use a highlighter for that. Okay, so as you can see, I've shaded where the 0, 0 is and under our line. So now we're going to go to the next line, which is 2x plus 2y equals 8. Find the intercepts there as well. And x equals to 0 gives us 2y equals 8, or y equals 4. And y equals 0 gives us x equals 8. So let's graph those in the line for those over into our graph. So our intercepts are there. Let's graph the line. And again, we're going to do shading. So test our point 0, 0 again. Remember, we wanted x plus 2y to be less than or equal to 8. So if we substitute in 0, 0, then we get 0 is less than or equal to 8, which is true. So we're going to shade below this line as well, and let's use a blue highlighter for that. Okay, so as you can see, there's our shaded line, blue, and you know where the two shadings overlap, it makes a beautiful green, and that is actually a graph of the set of all feasible solutions. So that's step number 1. And so now we need to do step number 2, which is find all the corner points. So we're going to find all the corner points. And so, of course, we've got the corner point over here at 0, 4, and the corner point at 0, 0, and the corner point at 5, 0, which are our intercepts from our lines. So we've got our 3 bottom corners, but then we have that one corner where the two lines intersect, and we don't know those coordinates. So we're going to have to do some algebra for that. So that's our next step. Let's find where those two lines meet. Okay. I want you to go to the next video, and we'll continue the problem there.